What's going on, guys? Jimmy Mahalik here, back with a second stimulus check update today for you guys. Also, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on second stimulus check updates, like when it's coming out and how much it's actually going to be when it actually comes out. And also on this channel, I have videos about personal finance, investing, and how to make money selling products on Amazon. Also, if you can, hit the like button for me down below. It really helps out my channel. One of the biggest problems that's holding up the second stimulus check for Americans is the difference of opinions between congressional members. We've had President Trump recently go on record and say he does want a second stimulus check for Americans, but a lot of Congress members and Senate members can't seem to agree on much. Larry Kudlow, who is the White House National Economic Council director, was just recently interviewed and said another round of stimulus checks seem very much likely to materialize, but at the present, a shadow of mystery surrounds the nature of payments and indeed when they will be delivered to American people. And that the payments will likely go to those that need the financial assistance the most. But wait for it. And what he means by that is that they would target people who have lost their job as the people who are most in need. Now, the problem with giving a stimulus check only to people that have lost their jobs is those people are already getting unemployment to the tune of $600 per week from the federal government as the bonus unemployment and their state unemployment, which is typically around $200 to $500, with the average probably being $300 to $400 per person. So they're getting $600 per week unemployment from the federal government and $400 a week from their state. They're getting $1,000 per week unemployment. Those, in my opinion, are the people that don't really need a second stimulus check the most. I think that all Americans are struggling right now, and it's just really tough times. We haven't had this type of economy in many decades. So I just don't really feel that, and again, this is just one person's opinion, that there should be just a check just for people that have lost their jobs. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. There are still a lot of politicians still fighting for this second stimulus check for all of Americans. For example, Jesus Garcia, who is a U.S. representative from Illinois. He says, without a doubt, we owe it to the American people, talking about a second stimulus check. The high unemployment rates across the country argue for at least one more stimulus check and an extension of unemployment insurance benefits. In my opinion, that's a much better way to help out the American people and the economy. Our economy is really struggling right now. In fact, the vast majority of businesses, even though they may have reopened, are seeing a sharp decline in business. For example, restaurants, when you go to a restaurant, there's social distancing. People aren't going out to restaurants. They're maybe half as full as they used to be. In fact, there's only few businesses that are actually doing as good or better. Businesses like Netflix, because people are staying home more, and businesses like Amazon, because people are shopping from home more. They can just literally shop on Amazon and have it delivered to them, a day or two later. And I'm seeing a lot of my Amazon students actually see their sales increase because people are just shopping on Amazon a lot more. If you're interested in selling on Amazon, I have a video for you down in the description that you can watch that teaches you how to start selling on Amazon. But most businesses besides those are really struggling, and I think we're going to see a lot more businesses go out of business even as we reopen the country, because we're going to reopen and we're going to see businesses, making 50% of what they used to. And most businesses don't run at a 50% profit margin. So a lot of these businesses are going to fail. A lot of businesses that are reopening right now and are struggling to pay employees to come back to work, they're on their last thread, especially a lot of small businesses. And we've seen a lot of big businesses already go bankrupt. And what happens is when we reopen and their business is sharply down, I think we're going to see a lot of businesses struggle, even if we do end up reopening this summer. Speaking of the reopenings, we're now seeing 9 states and cities now pausing or completely reversing their opening plans. And we're now starting to see them pause reopenings or actually start to shut down more businesses and more of their areas. We're starting to also see a lot of different areas, such as Texas and Florida, shutting down all bars in the state because of a resurgence of the virus. And I think we're going to start to see a lot more states completely shut down again and pretty much go into a second quarantine period. In fact, we're starting to see several states now that are not allowing travelers to physically enter their state if they're from certain states that have higher than normal cases of the virus. So they're literally not allowing travelers to come into their state, and they have to go through a 14-day quarantine period. It's really crazy times that we live in that we can even say that states aren't allowing people to enter their state. Let me know down below in the comments if your state is not allowing travelers to come in, or if your state is pausing their reopening or actually shutting down businesses again. Let me know down below in the comments. There's also good news that's starting to come out to be able to give many Americans of the first stimulus check who didn't receive it. We're now starting to see some movements to be able to go back and get them their first stimulus check. There's many Americans, millions of them, that didn't receive their first stimulus check. And we're now starting to see some proposals to go back and be able to give them their first stimulus check. For example, Marco Rubio just proposed a bill that would give a stimulus check to Americans that are married to non-citizens. And those people were left out of the stimulus check along with many other Americans for many different reasons, such as if you were a dependent or if you were ages 17 or 18. So we're starting to see some more movements to be able to get those people their stimulus checks. So I will keep you guys updated on that. I know a lot of you guys didn't get your first stimulus check, so hopefully we'll see some movement on that to be able to get you guys your check. But the really good news this week is that the chances of a second stimulus check got even higher now, with President Donald Trump going on record and saying that he did want a second stimulus check to go out to Americans. So we now have full support from the White House and President Donald Trump. And we've also seen support from the Democrats and the Republicans recently on this second stimulus check. So the two main questions are really just, when will it be and how much will it be? I think that there's pretty much support from everybody for a second stimulus check right now. So really the question is when and how much? So I will keep you guys updated when new news comes out about this stuff. So make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button for me. And over here in this top video, I'll link the recent announcement from President Donald Trump about the second stimulus package. And the second video down here, I'll link to who will qualify for the next stimulus check. And over here, I'll link a playlist teaching you how to start selling on Amazon. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling one product on Amazon. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.